Hi guys, how have you guys been doing? I've been doing very good today. So today I'm revealing It Chapter 2 from 2019, the sequel to to the remake of It, also known as It Chapter 1 from 2017. I revealed the It 1990 miniseries. I didn't really like that miniseries. I like the It remake from 2017 better. It feels like an actual horror movie. Now, this film takes place after the events of the first movie from 2017, and this film takes place in 2019. This film is directed by Andy Muscati again. And also, I forgot to mention, it is written by an author named Stephen King. He appears in this movie. He makes a cameo. He owns a store in this movie. Oh. Hey. He owns a store in the movie. Yeah, this is Stephen King. It stars. I know. I told Stephen King the shopkeeper. Oh, there's one actor I completely recognized, which was Jake Wary, who was in the Fred Figurehorn movies. Yeah, he was in Fred. He played Kevin. Who plays John Webby? So stars Jake McCovey as the... Oh, so in this movie we see a few flashbacks when they used to be kids. Yeah, a few flashbacks when they used to be kids. Jaden Martell again as Bill Denver, but the younger version of him. Ben Wolford again as the younger version of Richie Tozier. Jack Dylan Grazier again as Eddie Kasprak, but the older version of him. Jimmy Ray Taylor again as Ben Hanscom, but the older version of him. But the younger version of him. There's Jackson Robert Scott again as Georgie Denbrough, but Georgie is dead. So Pennywise is just shape-shifting in this movie. And then it stars James McCovey as the older version of Bill Denbrough. Jessica Chastain is the older version of Beverly March. Bill Hader is the older version of Richie Tozier. James Branson is the older version of Eddie Kasprak. Jay Ryan as the older version of Ben Hanscom. Isaiah Mustava again as the old version of Mike Hanlon. Andy Bean as the old version of Stanley Uris. Tech Grant is the old version of Henry Bowers. Oh, that's right. I recognize this actor. She was in My Baby Sister's a Vampire. So in the first movie, I recognized 4 actors. This time I recognize 2. In the My Baby Sister's a Vampire movie, she played the grandma to Benny. Here she plays Miss Kirch, an old woman. It also starts once again as Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. And I love Bill Skarsgård's performance in it. And it takes place once again in Derry, Maine. There's Andy Bean as Stanley Uris. So now let's get into the plot of the movie without getting further too much away. So first in the movie, we get to a few flashbacks when they used to be kids. Starts off after the rock fight, head downstairs, head in a tunnel. Yeah, that's right. And so Richie was hanging out with Henry Bauer's brother. Henry Bauer's brother. It's Connie Bowers. This guy. Henry Bowers' boy shows up. Has up a bully Richie, then heads out of the store. Then he sits on a bench. Then his giant lumberjack comes and attacks Richie. Cuts to another flashback from back in school when Ben was hanging out with Beverly. But it wasn't Beverly, it was just Pennywise shapeshifting into her. There's also a flashback when the boys, they use their bikes around town. There's also a flashback where Billy and his friends, they all made an oath to come back to Derry, Maine if it ever comes back, which they had all agreed on. After all these flashbacks, it cuts off to 27 years later. Yeah, it cuts to Yeah, so it comes to 27 years later, and we see Mike Hanlon, the old version of him, who was hanging back home because he remains in Derry, and he knows that it has returned. He knows that it is coming back, so he's going to contact all of his friends to come back to Derry, Maine. So, first, he contacts Bill Dunbrow. Yes, this is the old version of Bill Dunbrow. He was working as a writer, and then he gets a call from Mike. So he agrees to come. And we come to meet the old version of Eddie Kasprak. He was working He was driving in his car, and he got a call from Mike, and so he agreed to come. There's also the old version of Rachie Tozier. He was working as an actor for like a movie, and he gets a call from Mike. So he agreed to come. Then we come to meet the old version of Beverly March, who's been living with her husband, Tom Rogan. So she gets a call from Mike, so she agrees to come. Then we come to be the old version of Ben Hanscom. He was working in a building, in an office. He was calling them, and then he gets a call from Mike, so he agrees to come as well. And finally, we come to meet Stanley Uris. Yeah, Stanley Uris. But Stanley is the only one who didn't want to come because he didn't think that he was actually gonna be there. So that's why he killed himself on purpose. So you got a call from Mike, but he didn't agree to come. So he went to the bathtub and he killed himself on purpose. So Bill and his friends all meet up in Derry, Maine in a restaurant. Yeah, in a restaurant. So all of them except for Mike, all start to remember the clown It's Pennywise when they were children. And so they also find out that Stanley is dead. So the cookies So the fortune cookies come to life and they start attacking. So they destroy them and then they leave the restaurant. So all of them do not agree of fighting it. So they all decide to leave. But Bill heads with Mike back to his house. He shows them the ritual of Chud, which is the origin of the Deadlights. Yes, this is the ritual of Chud. Yeah, the ritual of Chud. So Bill saw it and he agreed to help. But guess what? All the others, now they agreed to help as well. So then we cut up to a festival. Yeah, to a carnival. And so there was Dean. There's Dean Hagarty. And Adrian Mullen. They got bullied by these people. So they beat Adrian up and they throw him into the sewers. And guess who is back? It is Pennywise. Pennywise is back. It. Yeah, so there was this guy I completely recognized from the Fred movies. I completely recognize. So McGarty sees his friend Adrian getting murdered by it. And all the balloons show up. So then it cuts off back to a flashback back to the young version of Henry Bowers. Yes, he survived. Yes, he actually survived in the end of the first movie. He actually survived. He went out of the water and he was running back home and the police were taking away the body of his father. So Henry Bowers gets arrested for the murder of his father, which was the police officer. So then in an asylum, we see the old version of Henry Bowers. Henry Bowers, and he heads to his room, and he sees the zombie version of Patrick. Even though it's not actually Patrick, it's actually Pennywise. Yeah, look at I. He shapeshifted into his old friend Henry Bowers. Okay, so then Henry Bowers kills some guards in the asylum, and then he escapes the asylum and he heads with the zombie version of Patrick. So he comes up back to Bill and his friends, so they all are staying in Derry, Maine. So that they're all agreeing to fight the evil clown It. It's the same kid they saw at the restaurant. Yeah, it's Dean. So Dean heads to the festival. So Bill heads to the story, and it's the store manager, and it's Stephen King. Yeah, because he plays the shopkeeper, and he buys the old bike that belonged to him, and so he took it. He has a sewer, and he finds out that Georgie is dead. So then he warns the kid, Dean, that there's something in the sewer. So Dean heads to so Dean doesn't believe him, so he heads to the festival. He heads into the House of Mirrors. Bill goes there to save him, but Pennywise appears and kills him. So Beverly heads back to her old house, but there's an old woman named Mrs. Kirch, who tells her that her father passed away a long time ago. So Beverly noticed this picture of Bob Gray. She noticed the picture. Yeah, it's right here that Pennywise used to be a circus performer before he became to be the clown It. So then the old lady turns into this big monster. Yeah, just hears this creepy old lady chases after Beverly. And then she sees the human version of Bob Gray, which is the human version of Pennywise. Then Eddie heads to the store, and he visually sees his mom getting attacked by a leper. But he remembers that his mom had passed away a long time ago. So Mike heads to the library, and Henry Bowers comes and attacks him, but then Richie comes and saves him. So he kills Henry Bowers. So Bill heads to the haunted house. Yeah, to the creepy haunted warehouse from the first movie. So Bill's friends come and join him. So they head into the house and they try to use the ritual of Chud to defeat it. But it didn't work. So Pennywise comes and attacks them. So they all get trapped in different places in the house. But then they all head back to the the cave. So they all fight back against it. So this time it turned small. The first movie, it just completely died and vanished. This movie turned small. So they crush his heart, but Eddie is killed, I forgot, because the spider attacked him, Pennywise. And so they all head out, and the house gets destroyed. So Bill and his friends are here in the pool, and so they all ride their bikes back home. So then, a while after they defeated it, they all go back to their normal lives since it is finally over. It has finally been done. It's finally been done for good. So Bill's back home running a new book. So Ben has come back for Beverly. And finally, Richie leaves the town of Derry, and so Mike is hanging back home. So that's where the film has ended. So I really like this movie. I thought it was a really good sequel to the first movie of It, the remake from 2017, It Chapter 1. So I thought this was a really good movie. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good movie. So I loved a few of the flashbacks they had with the kids in the movie, along with Henry Bowers. I know, because Henry Bowers was arrested for killing his father, and then he's sent in asylum. I mean, that's pretty good. So I love the characters in the film. I know. Now we see them as the adult version of them. But the only one who didn't come was Stanley. So Eddie died. at the ending. Very sad. So I love the antagonist once again. Pennywise the Dancing Clown. I also thought the story of the movie was very amazing. I also thought the soundtrack in the movie was really amazing. As well, special effects are very cool. But the visuals are very nice. As well, editing is very fantastic. Oh, sure. Okay. As well, the killing scenes were very amazing. Yeah, the kill scenes. I also thought that as for the background, it was very amazing. As for the direction, was very fantastic. As for the jump scares in the movie, was very amazing. Also, all the killing scenes were very nice. As for settings, the locations are very nice. As for structure in the movie was very fantastic. As well, the pacing of the movie was very cool. As about the pacing is steamy. The steam of the film is very amazing. I also thought that as well, CGI in the movie was so enthusiastic. As well, the acting in the movie was very amazing. As well, the writing in the film was very cool. Uh, I also thought the climax battle and the ending was very iconic and so classic. And fella felt the ending of the movie was very cool. So I like It Chapter 2 from 2019. It's a great sequel to the first movie of It from 2017, the remake. It's a great sequel. I know, and all the monsters and that stuff, I like them too. There were ones in the first movie, so I know it shapeshifted. And here he transformed as well. But now Pennywise is dead at the end of the movie. No, they finally killed him. The house was like destroyed. So I thought this is still a great sequel. So that's why this movie gets 10 out of 10 and S plus, just like the first movie. So thank you guys for joining my movie review of It Chapter 2 from 2019. And don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys the next time. And goodbye everyone. See you soon. Until next time.